Hey YouTube, it's Jennifer. It is November 11th, 2012. Making this is a video response to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. The video that is about, the video topic actually was about your breaking point, and they had everybody that did their videos this week kept requesting video responses, so I guess this is mine. I apologize if you can hear the dishwasher running in the background. Anyway, I didn't really have like a breaking point. I know most people do, but I didn't really have like a breaking point. For me, it was just, I had the surgery seriously and sincerely for health purposes. Weight loss surgery was my fifth surgery. Yeah, my fifth surgery in 2 years. I actually ended up having 6 surgeries total in 2 years. But it started with a back surgery. My back is horribly bad. It's been bad since I was about 21 years old. I have major issues with sciatica, and then I kept having slip discs, and it got to the point where I actually ended up losing one of my jobs because I was taking off so much work and having to adjust my work schedule because of my back and just not being able to really walk or function. And it ended up to where I went through chiropractors, I went through physical therapy, I went through, just doctors, pills, everything you could think of. And it just finally got to the point to where I woke up one morning and everything was fine. I wasn't good, but I was, I'd gotten to the point through physical therapy and everything where I could kind of walk. And I woke up one day and I couldn't get out of bed. I was like in extreme pain. I couldn't even walk from my bed to my bathroom, and I don't even know if you could see behind me. I'd be like, that closet you see right there with the light coming out of it, that's my bedroom, and my bathroom is right there. That's my bathroom, and I could not walk this distance. I couldn't do it. And I was like that for months. During that period of time, I lost 30 pounds, well, actually not 30 pounds, 20 pounds in 3 weeks. I lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks because I wasn't eating, because I couldn't get up and cook anything. My fiance at the time thought he was doing me a favor by coming over, and I should say that I'm just pissed at him today, sorry. But he came over every single day for maybe 5-10 minutes and would feed the cats and bring me something to eat, and then he'd leave again because he didn't want to stay here. And I asked him, could you just like stay here, like move in already, because I got a 2-bedroom apartment so he could live here, and he never moved in. And I was like, would you please just stay here because I can't do anything, and he couldn't be bothered. So but he did come every single day and fed the cats and gave me food. And then I ended up having to pay out of pocket for 2 MRIs, and my disc was so far slipped that they couldn't even, it wasn't even in line with my spine anymore. So I ended up, long story short, I ended up having back surgery, and then 6 months, which, another thing I want to say about that is, a lot of people, I think everything happens for a reason, and it's very odd to me that that happened when it did, because that weekend I was supposed to be going to Tennessee with my fiance so that we could sign on our condo and move to Tennessee together. And this happened like 2 days before we were supposed to go. So obviously we never went to Tennessee, we never moved to Tennessee, and now he's planning on moving there by himself. So I just think it's very odd that that happened. But then anyway, so 6 months after that, then I had my gallbladder removed. And then I had 2 different sinus surgeries. Then I had my weight loss surgery, and then I had LASIK surgery. LASIK surgery doesn't really count as surgery, even though it technically is, but I don't really count it as surgery. Anyway, but that was my story, was I was just having way too many health issues. I was taking way too many pills at night. I I just felt like so old. I was always tired. I mean, always, to the point to where I felt like I needed to sleep all day long. I wasn't sleeping well. When I was sleeping, I was on a CPAP machine that wasn't helping at all. It didn't make a bit of difference at all. I was taking like 6 to 9 pills every single night. Some of those were pain pills. Some of those were, for depression. Some of them were for sinus issues. Some were for asthma. I just had way too many health issues, and I was only like 30, 31 years old. So, I finally decided to have weight loss surgery, and I guess my breaking point to where I really started to stand up for myself and what was best for me was when I was actually starting this whole weight loss surgery thing. And the first surgeon, I ended up, a lot of you, I don't know if you follow me or not, but a lot of you who have followed me know that my weight loss journey took me well over almost 2 years to go from the time I started to the time that I actually had surgery. And in that time, I went through 3 different surgeons. I failed my psych eval twice with 2 different psychologists or psychiatrists. And I had to go through hoop after hoop after hoop, and I finally made it. But it was a long journey. But the first weight loss surgeon that I saw, I knew that he was not the surgeon for me, and I knew that I had to get with somebody that I felt very, very comfortable with the very first time that I saw him. Because the very first time that I saw him, I was in his office. During that first appointment, you got to bring all your blood work, and you got to, you bring your your lung x-rays, and you have to have all these tests done before you can even see the surgeon. And I had brought all that stuff in, and I was all organized, and I was ready to go, and I had done my research, and I knew what I wanted. And he said to me, he just kept talking about, do you think you could do this? Are you really going to change your eating habits? Do you really think that you could have weight loss surgery and be successful at it? And what kind of surgery do you think you want? If you've researched all this, then you know how to answer that. And then, he kept saying, if you have the surgery, it doesn't matter if you have the surgery, because if you don't change your habits, you're going to gain all the weight back, and you're still going to have all these health issues, and you're going to be dead in 10 years. And he just said it like so matter of fact, and so like non-emotional, didn't even look at me when I was talking. And then he said, and I was like, well, I'm trying to do what I can with the eating habits. He's like, well, you got to change the eating habits now, or else I'm not even going to do surgery on you. He's like, I want you to lose X amount of weight, and it was like some crazy amount. He's like, I want you to lose that weight before I will even do surgery on you, before I even see you again to tell you when your surgery date is. And I said, well, I'm trying to change the eating habits, and my ex-fiance was with me at that appointment, and he had never made an issue about my weight. He'd always been real supportive with my weight, but he hated my eating habits. And the surgeon said to me, well, when you walked in here, did you see that plate of cookies that was sitting, on the counter? And they have, I don't know why, they had cookies there for patients to eat, which, excuse me, you're a weight loss center? Like, why do you have cookies? But anyway, they did. And I said, yeah. And he's like, did you eat any? And I said, no. And he was like, well, why didn't you eat them? And I was like, because I don't eat in front of people in public. Like if I go to a restaurant with one person, I can eat, but I can't eat in front of people in public. And he was like, well, that's the wrong answer. He's like, if that plate of cookies had been with you at the house, how many would you have eaten? And I said, probably over the course of a day, I would have eaten the whole thing. And he's like, well, that's your problem right there. He's like, when I walk past those cookies, I walk past them every day. And he's like, I want to eat that whole thing of cookies too, but I don't. And the reason I don't is because I know they're not good for me. And I care about my health more than I care about eating those cookies. And there is no such thing as a food addiction. It's just about willpower. And if you're telling me right now that you would eat that whole thing of cookies, then you are not ready to have surgery. And I felt like I was being scolded. And he left the room, and I just cried and cried. I just started bawling because he was just so cruel and so uncaring and wasn't being helpful at all. He was just being a prick, really. And my ex-fiance tried in his own way to be supportive, but the first words out of his mouth were, "See, I told you, I was right, you need to change your eating habits." And then he kept asking me why I was crying, and I was just like, he's just not supportive. He's not understanding that this is not just about me not wanting to eat the cookies. Do I really want to sit there and eat a whole plate of cookies? No. I know they're not healthy. I'm not stupid. I don't want to eat them. But there is such thing as a food addiction, and I do have a food addiction. And that was just kind of when I was like, I'm going to a new surgeon. And so I did go to a new surgeon, and when I failed the second eval, I decided I was going to go to a third surgeon. And actually that surgeon I ended up not going to him because he left the hospital that I was going to, so he ended up not even seeing me. So I actually ended up with a fourth surgeon. And Dr. Taylor at Barracks Clinics in Ypsilanti, Michigan is awesome. He is totally supportive and will educate you on everything you need to know. He will help you make the best decisions for you. He gives you attainable goals. He has high goals for his patients, but they're attainable. And he talks to you like a person. He shows you respect, and I appreciated that. And I'm very sad that I don't see him anymore. One, because he's really hot, but mostly because I do miss seeing my surgeon, and I miss being able to have that there. And I'm only 8 months post-op, so I'm supposed to still be seeing him at 9 months out and then a year out. But I don't have insurance, so I can't see him anymore. Or have my blood work done, or any of that stuff I need to do. But, yeah, so that was kind of like my thing, was just too many health issues. And the weird thing is, I talked about this when I was making my videos, the weird thing is that when I started losing a lot of weight, and I even made a video about it, it kind of freaked me out because I didn't realize, and I know it sounds stupid because it's weight loss surgery, but I didn't realize that I'd be losing weight that quickly and that great of amounts. I really was doing it for my health and to improve my health, and obviously I knew the weight was going to come off, but I didn't think of it as weight loss surgery. I saw it as I'm improving my health, and that's why I'm always so adamant about in all my videos, like, do I feel healthy? That's all that really matters. I care how I look, but my main goal really, really is my health. So anyway, that's my video. I will talk to you guys tomorrow when I do my 8-month, 1-week post-op update, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.